Hey guys, welcome back. And we're working on another saw I got. So this is a Poulan. It's a Craftsman, but it's made by Poulan. We're just going to take a quick look at it here for you guys. I've been cleaning it, and you can see it's pretty naggy, but it's been cleaned twice with the hose and with all manner of stuff. So I think we got a little issue here. Something's been hitting that. Something's not right. I have another one. Maybe it's just been sitting. It's a little rust. You know, overall, this looks pretty good. And let me show you the rest of it. Now, this is the Poulan, and notice how similar it is. 2150, super clean, right? This one I've had nothing but problems with. This one, there's one with the bar. It's been burned. It's got an issue. There's a dip. I don't know if you can see it right there. Actually, it's upside. I turned it right or upside down or whatever. But anyway, this is one I could never really get working, and I think the guy, it might even be the wrong carb. He worked on it. Things were the wrong way. He beat it up. It's not working. It starts, but it's not consistent. It doesn't want to restart. You pull. Uh-oh. Doing it again. Okay. It stopped doing it again. So that's what it was doing last time. But anyway, here's the rest of it. So this thing, Mike gave it to me. I think I paid $5 or whatever. This is jammed in here, so you see. But it's the same stuff. The home I threw out, that thing was a nightmare. I put money into it too. But every time you pull it, it was shock mounted. You pull it, and if it got stuck, it slammed your fingers and your knuckles. It's just, ow, for fuck's sake. What a piece of crap. Alright, this piece of shit. Okay, I spent money on it. That was dumb. So, and we got a couple more down there. One's a Poulan, one's a Ryobi. And that Poulan is really the same thing, again, as what's up here. So this is going to become a parts machine. Let's take a look at what we can do to this thing. We're going to start off with trying to clean up or polish out the magneto over here. And so, like I said, it's been cleaned. I'm not going to do the carb just yet. Let's take a look and see if we can just make an adjustment there. Maybe I want to take that off. I want to check to make sure. A lot of times these are loose. You might want to take it off and clean in here again one more time. Let's find out. All right, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I took the module off. I got, there's gook in there and everything. So got the gook out, and I'm going to do now is we're going to put my 10 thousandths in here. I'll show you what's going on. We'll roll the magneto in, pull it in. See? I got it pulled in. All right, now I'm going to tighten it. Okay. We'll tighten it up, and then we'll pull the 10 thousandths feeler gauge back out. I got these nice. These are nice. I got a whole set of these. I'm loving it. Because the one I had with Craftsman, and they just were small, and they weren't really for this. So I think we're gonna use them for something else. Maybe cut the handles off and use them for the drill or whatever. Nice and tight, because they were a little loose. And that's common. They're only into plastic. So that's very common. They were loose. All right, that's done. And we're going to check the spark in a bit. We could check the magneto if you want to check it. All right, we'll do that right now. You want to see what it looks like? Let's see. Hold on, let's get the ohm meter out before we go any further, because the other one has a magneto that I can use. So we can take that off. So we're putting it to ohms. All right. So if you want, I'll pull you back a little bit. Set it to ohms. We're going to go into the primary, and this is probably a little wet, so let's blow it out. A little wet from water. Don't want water in that. Okay, let's see if we can get it in there. May not be able to. I may have to go. You know what we'll do? We'll go clamp it to ground, and we'll have to go in there because it's a very deep boot. So that's you can go either way. It's just I keep the clamp on one end for these reasons. All right, let's see what we got. 2.2K. Can you see that? That's nice. It's K and it's stable too. When it's all over the place, it's no good. So that should spark, but we'll check it as soon as we put the pull starter on. Alright, let me see what else I want to do to it. I'm going to put the muffler on, make sure that's clean. I'm going to blow out the cylinder a little. We can see in here, and I think it might be a good idea to, while we're here, we'll displace, put a little oil in here, and we'll just also displace some of the junk that's in it. And we got some junk over here too I can blow off with the air hose. But we'll do this first. And we'll blow that out with the compressed air too. And then over here you can see, right, it looks pretty good. You want to check in here. If you see any scoring, there's a little water in that. Alright, we want to get that water out. Alright, so we're going to blow it. There's no scoring, it's nice and polished. So let's blow back on that. There's water getting into the crankcase, and even the oil will get in there and it'll foul up the charge. So much junk. Get it all out. Goes all over. Get as much. We'll just get as much as we can off of it. I mean, it's how many times you got to clean it. You know, a lot of times I put them in a degreaser tank, but it's cold out today, and I don't want to really be out there. So, and it's raining and it's freezing cold. It's February. Fortunately, it's rain. All right, so let me see what else I can do. I'm going to put the muffler on now. This muffler gets a couple of things. It gets a little baffle insert right there. Make sure that goes in all the way, and that's probably the wrong way because it only goes in one direction, and you can tell the way it fits. So that fits nice. So let me get this part cleaned up. We've got to rinse this off and just wipe it down, and we put the muffler on, and I'll do a few other things, and maybe we'll give it a quick test. Alright, so there's the carb. This one sets up a little differently than the other one, which maybe is good. I think it's newer. So we want to pull this apart. Let me get two hands on it. We're going to blow it out with the air a little bit and make sure this is clean here. We're going to just do a quickie on it. A little water out of the way. I'm just going to pull this apart. Okay, I just rinsed it off. So these are the caps. I just grab them and pull them off. Alright, let's get this debunked and degunked, and rinse that. Rinse the outside of the carburetor before you start taking it apart. Alright, and I use just a basic gasoline and whatever solvents. Nothing too fancy. It doesn't have to be super clean. The junk settles to the bottom anyway. Just be careful. You don't want to get gum out on the gaskets and the diaphragms. It'll kill them. You know, you'll never know what the hell's going on. The best thing to use honestly, is kerosene or diesel, because you're less likely to screw it up. All right, let's get this apart, and let's see what's going on. Alright, so we got a bunch of parts here. So this is the carb from it, and you can see there's some junk in there. We're going to clean that out and blow it out. Now, when you use compressed air, use a lower pressure air. Right? Don't use that full 100 and something pounds. Bad idea. So we're going to clean that out. And this is the diaphragm from it, and it's just no good. Okay, so from the parts machine, we're going to take this diaphragm. Okay? So let me go do that. We're going to get this all cleaned up. We'll put it back together again. And remember, don't put gum out on any of the diaphragms or gaskets. Don't do that. This one you can just wipe it off with your hand or a little WD. Alright, don't do that. So let's get to it, and if you want to clean them up with something, use your 2-stroke with the mix like I put in with the oil and the tranny fluid. It's okay in the body, so we're going to get this cleaned up and we'll be back. Okay, so what I'm seeing is I showed you how this got hung up. So basically what's happening is it's not, I don't know if somebody replaced it or whatever, but it's not returning all the way. And the spring tension isn't really there. There's probably some dirt in it. You know, I got out some of the dirt, but let's try something easy. Let's pull this back. Alright, clamp it so that you don't lose it. And let's just tighten up on the cord a little bit. Let's see what happens with that. And if this solves it, alright, we're just going to go a little bit, just to take up that slack that's in there. And then we'll burn the end and cut it if it works out. Alright. I think when we pull it a few times, it'll put a little lube in that. Yeah, that's better. See? It's not, the slack isn't there. So after it tightens up, after that knot tightens up, we'll burn the end. Alright, let's put it back together. And we'll get some fuel in it. And let's see what happens. Carb's in. Okay, carburetor's in it. We got that back in. Got a fresh plug in it. And I'm going to put this in next. We'll check a few other things out. And we're going to go and test it. And we'll see what happens. You know, let's see what it does. Be back in a bit. And we're going to give it a shot. Alright, let's see. You know, I primed it. Let's see what it does. I don't know if I need to choke it or whatever, but let's just do a few kicks. Try a choke. A little bit of choke. Let's get this off of me. Oh, for goodness sakes. Let's see. Something's going on. Right, choke is out. Let's do half choke. Whoa. See, that's what I hate about these damn things. Okay, so it wants to run. So let's get, it wants a little more choke. I don't know why. And let's find out if we can get, let me go get the adjusters for this carburetor, because we still may need to do something with that. But I'll be back in a bit. Okay, it's running good. Okay, I'm going to do a quick restart. We want to let it cool down too, and then restart it again. So I'm not going to do any choke or anything. I'm just going to try pulling it. Starts right up. Alright, this is everything that horribly colored saw is not. We'll let it cool down. I'm going to look at the bar and the chain next, because I know that chain on the horribly colored saw is in good shape, but the bar is crap. So I think now's a good time to part that other one out. This seems to be giving me a little bit of a problem. Maybe, maybe not. It feels a little sticky. I think maybe we want to take it apart and lubricate it, and maybe swap it out with that one, okay? Because it's a little sticky. So we want to look into that. So we're going to take this one apart. I want to look at the chain for this. We'll start it back up when it cools, and I think this is going to be the one we sell. All right? I think we just, you know, thanks to Mike and all the saws he brought me, I think that's going to be the bailout. Because see, look, it's not really returning right, whereas this one it does. See? See how nice that one is? So maybe we want, you know, maybe we want to look at that. We want to see what's going on. Let's take it apart and get it good and clean at least. Because something not right. So there's no point in having the saw halfway. If she started that nice, let's just try it again one more time. I'm going to put a little bit of throttle on it. No primer, nothing. Nope, got to turn the switch on. See what I mean? That's how it should be. Okay, this is a nightmare. Alright, so we're golden. Alright, I'm going to clean up a little bit, get situated. We'll take the horribly colored one apart. Here are the boys here. So the gray one came with a blade, but no bar. And so I'm going to take the bar and the blade from this one because I've already gone over it. So it's just easier. So that's the next step. Is we'll steal that part now, and then we'll put it on the gray one, and then we're going to look at the pull and see if we can get that to work a little bit better. So we're almost done. We're almost done with this. Let's get to the next step, and we'll see how it runs in a little while as well. On this one, I just happen to put the bigger nuts on. I like these. It's the same as the plug wrench. So, and just what I do is I tighten it up until I don't screw it in. Like I don't keep going with it. As soon as it snugs up. And this stops with just a slow, very light amount of pressure turning it. And that's it. Because as you tighten these up, it's going to pull in tighter. And that's about all you need. You run it for about 15 minutes or so, cutting and whatever. And then readjust it. So let's loosen it up. Okay, because you want to make sure before you run it. I want to just snug it because we want it to relax. Right now, let's back it off a little. Right, I give it a whole turn. Let's check it. It feels a little tight. Let's go a little more. It needs to be loose, a little bit looser. Okay, let's get it loose. Let it relax in. There you go. Okay. And then what we're going to do, okay, that's it. Just no tension. Alright, and let's see when we tighten it, let's see what it does. They do that, okay, the cheaper ones. Because as you tighten this up, it's going to tighten the blade a little bit. And let's see, snug it up. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, let's try a full tightening and see how it feels. Like I said, you'll have to do it again after about 15 minutes of run time. If you get it too tight, it'll burn the bar. That's what a lot of people seem to be doing. It'll ruin the blade and it'll screw up the clutch in the motor. That's nice. That's fine. Okay, let's get this thing tight. And I want to get... That's nice. That's nice. Alright, so let's try it. Oh yeah. That's perfect. Okay, so now there's still something wrong with this pull. And it feels better, but, you know, I'm just wondering, you know, maybe we want to take it off again. So if we want, let's maybe want to run it up again, because there's a lot of junk in there. So I think we should take it off. Let's make this thing nice for somebody. And what's it going to hurt? You know, because there was so much junk impacted in it. So let me get this apart, and we're going to figure out what's going on in there. Okay. So I got the spring back in. And you're thinking, well, how come you didn't show that? Well, there'd be no good way for me to, I don't have a camera that can look down. But you're going to start on the end with the hemostat. You see where I use the hemostat just to hold it. And that's just temporary. You get a few turns in there, it'll hold itself. You notice it holds itself anyway. Alright? So now you're going to just carefully work the pole part down. Alright? And then I'll fish it around. Okay? We'll fish it around. We'll get it. Okay, I just pulled it around, put the screw back in, you know, use this as a clamp or something. And I went around twice, putting enough tension on it. Okay, and just check it before you really start pulling on that knot. That's better than it was. Much better than it was. And we're just going to put a drop of oil in there. Alright, that's it. Just a drop or two of oil. This is much better than it was. Alright, so now we got that done. And I think that's better, right? That'll help. And it was so dirty and filthy. Okay, so next step. Okay, guys, done. Good looking saw. Much better than the other one. Let's do a quick test. I don't want to get too involved because I don't want to smoke the place up. So maybe we'll just do it outside real fast. Okay, you probably can't see it, but this is just to do a cold start. Alright, we'll run it tomorrow in the light. But it's just to do a cold start, so we're going to turn it on, prime it 3 times, pull the choke, and let's just see. Let's just see if she runs and kicks. We'll tune it tomorrow. A little less choke. Take the choke off. Pulls nice. And that's the way they should be. Okay? Just like that. Nice and easy. Here, let's take a quick last look. Follow me over here, and we'll take another look tomorrow. There's the beat one. That was agita, and this is the way they should be. Okay? Fairly simple, easy to deal with, easy to start, not wrenching your hand, not kicking back, no nonsense. Alright? Very happy. Alright guys, you'll probably see it tomorrow, maybe for a last look, and just to check the tune on it. But if not, thanks for watching. This is a success of, I don't know, I mean, I spent money and I wasted money, so I'm learning how to deal with these things. They're very sensitive, but we got some parts. We got some parts for another Poulan that's ugly color, but we got a nice one for sale here that'll be up for sale tomorrow. And thanks for watching, guys. So we just went over this machine. It needed a few things, and it didn't have a bar. It had a chain, and I think it had a couple of chains in that box. And we could probably stick it in a case too. There's a home-like case over there, and I think it came in another case. So we'll take a look at that tomorrow if I come back. But if not, thanks for watching, guys. And this is Uncle Arch and Arch's Projects, and over at Arch's Garage. So we'll see you on the next one. Let's do a last look. You know, this is a little brighter out here. Now this is cold the next day. Dead cold. Let's start it. Alright, so we're going to pull the choke. Pull the choke out. Okay, choke's on. 3 pumps. Okay, choke in. and it idles right away. See, that's how it should be. Alright, that's a good machine, and we'll be back for the next one. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Enjoy, and don't forget, like and subscribe and leave a comment. And this is a really great machine. This is how they should be. Easy pump, easy pull, just idles right away, runs, no argument. Anything else is crap. See you guys in a bit.